Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here and welcome. So today's video is going to be very personal. Sorry, my cat is being a dummy today. It's going to be very personal. It's going to be very, not emotional, but kind of eye-opening, I guess. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video, this is all about my LGBTQ plus journey. So in June, towards the end of June, I wrote a blog post all about my sexuality. So the reason that I did that is because simply I was tired of hiding it. My parents knew, my sister knew, my best friend knew, and I was tired of hiding that side of myself. So I decided, you know what, instead of trying to talk to everyone in my family, and I hate doing that face-to-face thing just because I get so emotional about it, that I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna write a blog post and I'm gonna put everything on the table. So the whole reason why I decided to come out is because this has been something that I've been struggling with for quite a few years. It started to, I started to notice things in grade 8 that because all through elementary school, I could care less. I didn't care about any kind of relationship, regardless of what it was. And then grade 8 came around and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel that way towards one. Feel that way towards both. And all through high school, I just kind of ignored it, and it was kind of like, okay, whatever. Maybe it's just an issue that I'm having, whatever. Because I never had the whole first date thing. I've never had that yet. And it's to the point where I don't care anymore. But I was all through high school, I didn't understand where I fit in. It was confusing to me. I don't know where I fit. I don't know where I fit in with my friends. I don't know where I fit in with even just my class. It was weird for me. So last summer, I decided, you know what, it's time to because this is something I knew for years after high school, because I graduated in 2013. I've known since probably 2013. And it's just been something that I didn't know if I wanted to tell my parents because I didn't know how they would react. I didn't know what was going to happen. So when I did finally come out to my parents and come out to my sister and my best friend, they're like, yeah, we kind of figured. I'm like, really? You guys let me have emotional turmoil over this, and you guys are just telling me, yeah, we kind of figured. Thanks, guys. But when I did finally, I was I felt like this weight had come off of my shoulders. I was actually happy in my skin. It was something that it was okay, you know what? I can embrace this. This is not something that I need to hide from anyone. So sexuality is on a spectrum, obviously. And so where I fit in, sort of, is I identify as bisexual, so that means I like men and women, but I also fit in on the demisexual spectrum. Now I'll get more into what both of those are, and it took me a really long time to figure out where I fit in. First I thought I just like women, or first I thought no, it's just a phase. And then I heard demisexual, and when I looked it up, and I'm like, wait, this is totally me. And then bisexual kind of fit in, and it was all just, this is where I fit. It took me a really long time to figure out exactly where I fit, but now that I have figured it out, it makes it a lot easier. So we'll get more into definitions and stuff. So bisexual is basically Pumpkin, stop it. Damn cat. Anyways, so bisexuality is more of common knowledge, especially now. more and more people are understanding what it is, like what the definition is, how it kind of fits into things. And even though this is more common knowledge, I'm still going to share what the definition is for people who kind of don't quite understand it yet. So I'm gonna throw something at you, Kat. Stop it. Sorry. So bisexuality is when someone is sexually attracted not exclusively to people of the opposite gender or a particular gender. So it's basically especially for me, like basically for me, it's men and women you're both attracted to. Now this can differ, so there's asexual, pansexual, all these kind of things. So if you're if you don't identify as a certain gender, then you can still, someone with bisexuality can still be attracted to a person with, say, like they don't identify as any sexuality, if that makes sense. And I apologize if I'm completely butchering this, because I'm still totally new to the whole defining it for people situation. So if I'm totally butchering it, please comment down below and help me understand a little bit better. I will not take it as like a hate comment. I will not take it as you're being rude, unless you are being rude. And then I will take it as a hate comment. But I am still trying to educate myself on this as well, just because it is my life. So what is demisexuality? So this is something that's probably not as well known, because I didn't know what it was until I started looking up to see what else I could find about how I was feeling. So demisexuality is a person who does not experience sexual attraction unless they form a strong emotional connection with someone. So it means it's not just confined to your romantic relationships. This is friendships as well. And I think this is why I have such a hard time making friends, because if they act like idiots and they make absolutely no sense, I don't want to be friends with you, because then there's no connection there. There's nothing there that's putting us in the same headspace. So it's more of me just thinking that you're an idiot and I don't want to be around you kind of thing. So it's commonly seen in romantic relationships, but it's not just confined to that. So it's something that's all across. So throughout this whole experience, I have learned to love myself for me. Like, this was something with my self-esteem issues that it was almost impossible for me to actually love myself for the skin that I was in. So throughout this whole experience and coming out to my family and coming out to my best friend, I learned to love who I am and not focus on the things that I can't change. There's nothing about me, my sexuality, that I can change. It's not something that I need to hide. I need to be proud of who I am, proud of what I can accomplish. And this whole experience has been eye-opening in regards to how many people have said to me, oh yeah, we knew that. Or yeah, we figured. And it's like, well, I'm glad you didn't say anything, but helping me figure it out might have been a little bit easier than just saying, oh yeah, we knew that, if that makes sense. So this whole video was inspired by another YouTuber who made a similar video, actually, because she is also identifies as bisexual, from what I understand. So I will link her channel down below, just because, or the video that I watched that inspired me to come out, that inspired me to live my life a little happier. And her name is Chantel Houston. You probably know her from Ladylike on BuzzFeed. And her video really inspired me to actually come out to my family and in turn make this video, just because I was tired of hiding who I was. I don't need to hide myself from anybody. And by forcing myself basically to accept that this is what I am, and I don't need to hide it from anybody, I don't need to hide it from my family, the world, etc., that it's okay for me to feel this way, but it's not something that I need to be ashamed of. And there are a ton of other resources as well. So you've got like the Trevor Project, which is where I've done, like, I go on and I just look at stuff, just because if I'm feeling horrible a certain day, then I go on there and it helps me feel a little bit better. You've also got PFLAG Canada. So yes, this is a Canadian website, but there's still a ton of resources on there. And then you've also got GLAD, GLADD, and you've got It Gets Better. And these are all things that I used during my initial, where exactly do I fit situation. And this is something that, yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's probably going to be hard to come out to your family, come out to your friends, but it's not something that's impossible. It does get better. I am happier now because I have accepted who I am. I've embraced who I am. And my family has embraced who I am. Like, all the people that I didn't want to tell have been amazing. When they read my blog post, they messaged me and were like, yeah, you know what? You are amazing. You are very inspiring to have done this. Because, like, my grandparents had no idea. I came out to them basically on the blog post because I didn't want to face them face to face and tell them, only because I'm a very emotional person. And this is something that I struggled with for years, and I didn't want somebody to get to the point where, because of the generational gap, that they were just going to say things that they obviously shouldn't be saying. And it was, while I love my grandparents and I'm very happy that they are proud of me and support me, if they had said otherwise, I probably wouldn't have talked to them very easily, just because this is something that I'm proud of. I'm proud of myself for doing this and coming out and embracing who I am. And if they couldn't accept that, then I didn't want to be a part of it. So if you are having similar issues being used loosely here, where you aren't sure what to do, how to come out, how to embrace who you are, please message me. I will happily talk to you. I will happily help in any way that I possibly can. This is not something that I would hope anyone goes through, the amount of emotional turmoil that I have. This is not, it's not a fun thing to do. And while it's rewarding at the end, the whole in between is not very fun. And if you ever need help, ever need anything, either use these resources and find the help that you need, or message me and I will help you to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope that it helps you have a little bit more understanding of what's either different. It makes you go into these resources and look up things that you never thought of, or if it helps you have a little more understanding of where you are coming from. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day. Thank you.